So let's just check out what we've got for today's workout. So over here, one mat, one dead ball, one kettlebell, heavy-ish, one power bag, pair of dumbbells, and we're going to go inside to the rest of this video. Yep, we're using the treadmill and we're using the bike. So what is on today's agenda? Alright guys, so today is, I'm not going to call it a rest day. This is more just a bit of a recovery day. Still going to do a workout, just feeling a little bit in the legs from yesterday, oddly enough, even though it was an upper body session, but the heavy kettlebell swings and the heavy push presses is what's hit the hammies here. So today's workout, we're going to use the EMOM format. So every minute on the minute, and we're going to change. So if you've got the same SmartWOD timer as I happen to have, set EMOM, set it for 30 minutes, click start, go. What'll happen, it'll let you know when you've done 30 seconds worth, and it'll let you know when you've got 10 seconds to go, and then you'll get a 3, 2, 1 series of beeps for you to change. So what I want you to do is just get on, go through the motions, and then you're going to hear that 3, 2, 1, you're going to stop what you're doing, and you're going to transition as quickly as you can to the next activity. Now, I could do the whole activity inside, which would be ideal, minimal movement around, but I wanted to obviously get my heart rate up. So what I did is I kept the, let's call it the conditioning pieces inside today, and I went outside for the weighted activity and the other activity. So how does this workout work? Okay, so first of all, we showed you that mat. That's simply, we're just going to get you to do broad jumps. So simple broad jumps at the end of the mat. Standing here, I actually want you to put the ball on the floor, so you've got to jump over the ball, and you're landing into a deep squat. Coming through the heels, absorbing the pressure and landing in your deep squat. Step up, turn around, and jump back. So we're doing broad jumps. Now, if you've got problems with your knee, then clearly broad jumps is not necessarily the thing that I want you to do. Maybe what you might want to do is you might want to do a single leg, like a big step, and do a squat. You could also do a lunge, a squat, a lunge, a squat. Either way, it's obviously less impact than the broad jump is. If you're at the gym and you've got access to the box, do box jumps instead. That will obviously make it a bit more metabolic in terms of your heart rate. Second movement that is on the agenda is the dumbbells that are out there. Okay, we're going to do dumbbell cleans. So that simply means we're going to simply stand with the dumbbell here, going to touch the floor, and we're going to clean it to here. If they're easy, then you're simply just doing this. I've gone with some heavy ones, so therefore I've got to use my legs, bring them up to the top, touch, and back down. You can also do single hand, get a few reps, change, single hands, get a few reps. If you don't have any heavy dumbbells that are going to do that, and you've got lighter ones and you feel that's not enough, then I want you to simply go clean and press and change and do alternating cleans and presses. Movement number 3 is that dead ball. We're simply going into a kneeling position on the mat. Going to get the dead ball in, going to grab it, going to roll it up to the shoulder, overhead press and down. If it's a lighter dead ball, just pick the sucker up, and I want you to then to slam side to side. If you've got a heavy one like that one there, that's 30 kilos, it's just a case of here, bridge up, hips forward, engage the glutes, press it, let it drop, don't let it take the tip of the nose off on the way past. Okay, so that leaves everything apart from 2 more movements. The next one is the power bag. Again, we're going to use the power bag for clean and press. So again, hands in the overhand position, touch, clean, press, back down to here, and go again. You could also use a barbell for this. You can use a sandbag, torsion bar for something similar, but it is a clean and press motion, so it's a double-handed motion. If you're doing this at home, you've got the sandbag that I've spoken about in the backpack. You can use the backpack. You can do clean and press by holding onto the handles or the side of the backpack. Final movement with the weights is the kettlebell, and we're going to simply do alternating single-handed swing. So I'm going to swing, change at the top, swing, change at the top, and we're going to get our minute of alternating single-handed swings. I've gone with something a little bit heavier, not a 16, we've got a 20 out there today. just so that way I've got to use a bit more of a hip drive to get up high enough so that I can actually change and let the momentum of the pendulum swing do the work for me. Now, sounds like an easy workout. Here's where we just simply spice it up a little tiny bit. Inside, I'm using the treadmill and I'm using the assault bike. Nothing crazy. Sitting on the treadmill, pick a nice speed. For me, 10k an hour is a nice cruisy speed. If you're a walker, not a runner, then fine, hit 6k an hour, maybe 7 just before you've actually got to start to do that jog, but I find 10 is a comfortable pace for me. And then the other one is the assault bike. I simply got that up to 60 RPM and just stay there. It's nice and cruisy, I can still have a conversation. So the workout simply takes each of the movements and we're going to alternate them with either around on the treadmill or around on the assault bike. Again, if you're doing this at home with the at-home variations out there and you don't have any of these conditioning pieces of equipment, then you can do shuttle runs up and down your driveway. You can do high knees running on the spot. You can also grab a skipping rope and you can skip. Or if you really want to, then you could obviously do a form of body drops. Okay? Because obviously at the end of the day, that will escalate the heart rate and mimic the same activity level as this, but we're not going and smashing 38 in a minute. We're just getting a minute's worth. If for you that is 5, then that is 5 in the minute. That's it. Just try to be consistent. So again, alternate one of the movements outside with either the treadmill or some form of running, or the bike and some form of skipping. So to recap, broad jumps or alternating lunges with a squat. The dead bull overhead press and down, or dead bull slams. Number 3, you've got the dumbbell cleans if you're going heavy, or you can do a clean and press with some lighter ones. You've got the power bag clean and press, or you've got the bag clean and press, as you want to call it. And then the final one is that alternating swings with the kettlebell. Because all of them, you're mixing up, alternating every minute with something inside here. It's a good little workout. It just gets your heart rate elevated. For me, I'm at now 39 minutes, obviously finishing the workout and getting this ready. I'm at a good, nice 540 calories. I'm not taxed, but I am now perspiring a little tiny bit. And that was the aim of today. It was a little bit more endurance, getting out there, moving around, part of what we call our foundation programming, because we draw upon a little bit of all of the other specific programs like power, endurance, and strength, and the conditioning one, and mix it into the one workout today that we simply call foundation. That's it. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Any comments you got, put them details below. Got access to me on Instagram, Facebook. Any questions, just send me a DM and I'll give you my 2 cents worth. That's it. Off to stretch.